Good morning and welcome to Holly Tree Manor. Deuce, say hello. Deuce and I had a big morning. The tree trimmers finally arrived to take down an oak tree that was mostly dead. It had one or two little branches that still had life in it, but around here the oaks get some sort of oak wilt or virus or something that kills them almost overnight, and this one had it. I had contacted them originally back in January, but it was really too wet for them to get back in here and work. Well, now here we are, beginning of September, and the ground's pretty firm. So they came in and they took out the top of that oak. Now, a lot of what you see here is maple collateral damage from when this tree couldn't be helped, and it's fine. It'll be some little firewood. There's a big piece of oak up there on the stone fence, but we'll get that off. So once again, I have a lot here to cut up and work, but that's okay. My cousin and I always need oak firewood, and there is a lot of firewood in there, so it's not like the wood's going to go to waste. And what we'll do is we'll just start out here on the edges and just work our way in. And like I say, I'm really surprised that it had any life left in it. They did have to cut off one branch on the neighboring oak, and someday it's going to have to come down too. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. The other thing I had them do while they were here was bring down two maples. Now, the cousin and I had those maples marked to come down, and we had rented a lift, didn't quite get to them. And while the tree trimmers were here, I thought, you know what, they're not going to charge me hardly anything just to cut them off and drop them whole. And, you know, while they were here and while they had the equipment and everything, I said, do you mind taking them down? And they said, no ma'am, we'll drop them. So there they are. The bad news is they dropped one kind of on my brush pile, but that's okay. Could be a whole lot worse. They did come in, and the guy took his saw and cut a couple of the pieces up, but I can get them moved with the tractor. Excuse me. And the rest of it is just cleaning up brush again. And I think I'll just put the brush there in that clear space and let it get dry. Usually around in here at the autumnal equinox, which is the first day of autumn, of course, we typically, historically, get 2 to 3 days of rain in a row. And at that point in time is when I'm going to burn my brush pile. So that's what happened on the manor this morning. Now, this tree company also does stump grinding, or they have a subcontractor that does it. And I'm going to look into that. I was going to very slowly burn these stumps out, but if I can get somebody in here to grind them, that's good too. Then that's something I won't have to worry with. But these maples were right good sized, and like I say, they were right here, very close proximity to the house, and they were quite large and quite heavy, and that was of great concern to me. So I have a lot of work waiting on me. I don't think it's going to happen today, though. It's already noon and it's already about 80 degrees, And I'm thinking that Deuce and I just need to go inside and chill out. Believe it or not, when you're watching somebody do work like this, it's a little stressful. They are professionals. They worked very carefully. Nobody got hurt. No equipment got busted up. But it was still a little hairy watching all these pieces fall to the ground. Glad it's over. Glad it's done. Now I can move on to the next project, which of course is cleanup again. Thanks for coming along and watching. As always, stay safe and look for joy in everything that you do, even if it's cleaning up a bunch of brush. Thanks again.